Create it.
Carve it.
Build it.
Design it.
Protect it.
Share it.
I can dream with passion. No distraction. Sailing on the sea of creativity.
I am God's handiwork, part of His plan.
When He threw light into the sky and created man.
I am found in Jesus. In Him, I am made new.
Shining bright and ready for what He got me to do. I can use my hands, my feet, my mind to express what He has done for me and all mankind. Because through His hands, God created me. Through the hands of Jesus, He made me free.
Through my hands, I can use creativity
to show the world that Jesus is the key.
Paint.
Chord. Dance. Bake. Being real to who I am and what He asked me to make.
I don't need to be afraid of what people might think.
I'm a warrior poet and I will not break.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, Nathan. Wow, look at your scooter.
Yeah, I loved watching our skateboarder last week. So I have been using my scooter to try out some new moves this week.
That's awesome, Nathan. I love that you've been inspired and given something new a try.
Yep. So what's our word of the day, Coach?
Well, you're in for a real treat today, Nathan, because this week your word is build.
Ooh, cool, build. But what has this got to do with creativity?
Well, Nathan, just like last week, we learned that Noah's task to carve the ark wasn't easy. It took time and patience, and he needed to have a great plan from God to complete his task. Carving the ark, rounding up the animals, and sticking to what he knew to do despite what other people thought was probably one of the hardest things Noah had to do for his entire life. And he had to do all of it by himself. But this week, we're going to take a look at what it means to build and create something as a team.
As a team? Okay. I like the sound of that, but how am I going to work as a team this week? It's just me.
Well, Nate, good thing is, as I've organized a few friends to come and help join me this week. Come on in, guys.
Brilliant. Hey, friends.
Hey, Nathan.
But before we find out what we're going to be making this week, there's a little story that I'd like for you guys to hear. Are you all ready?
Yeah!
Over to you guys.
In a world of exile in foreign lands,
Oh, this is getting juicy.
one man. Alright, this movie announcer voice is getting pretty old.
Stop it!
Hey! Anyway, the star of this week's story was named Nehemiah.
Oh, with a name like that, I bet he was like the king or something.
Or something is right.
Yes! I knew it! What kind of something was he?
Think cupbearer.
Roar!
Eric, what are you doing?
What? I'm being a cupbearer like Nehemiah.
No, not a cupbearer, a cupbearer.
Oh.
Indubitably, good sir. That is until Nehemiah traded in his serving gloves for a hard hat.
Whoa! Nehemiah goes rogue!
Actually, Nehemiah had a dream from God.
Yeah, like a sleepy time dream.
This dream required both of Nehemiah's eyes to be opened wide.
Oh, like a god dream to create.
Bingo.
Bingo! What did I win?
Oh, brother.
Well, what was Nehemiah's dream?
Rebuilding Jerusalem's walls. So after Nehemiah got the go-ahead, I said, after Nehemiah got the go-ahead, after Nehemiah got the go-ahead.
What? Tyler? Come on now. Inside voices.
But after Nehemiah got the go-ahead, he and a team of builders made their way back to Jerusalem to work on building the wall.
Yeah, us builders really gotta stick together.
Wait, us builders? You're a builder now?
Tyler, have you not been paying attention this whole time? I literally just showed off my mad building skills.
Oh, is that what that racket was?
That's what we do in the biz, all in a day's work.
Well, Nehemiah and his men gave all in 52 days' work to rebuild Jerusalem's walls.
Whoa, mad respect Nehemiah. He sounds like a master builder.
He certainly knew the master builder.
I see what you did there.
Well, after the wall was rebuilt, the Israelites had a big old celebration.
Yippee!
The Israelites praised God for being their strong protection, much like the walls, and thanked Him for helping them build the wall.
What a great team.
God and the Israelites for the win!
Yeah, you know me, a party sounds like a great way to thank God.
I think you're onto something, Eric.
You see, guys, working together is all part of being a warrior poet. You can all play your part to see something created.
Wow, I love that story.
Yes, me too. So what's our task for today?
Well, team, your task will become a little more clear once you take a look from this warrior poet. Want to see?
Yes!
Hi, I'm Jo and I own a business making special occasion cakes for all sorts of celebrations, things like weddings and birthdays and parties. So I've been baking since I was very little, probably about age 2 or 3. I started baking with my gran and my mum, very long time. Ooh, the hardest part about learning to bake cakes. So making sure that you've got the right structure within the cake to actually hold it so that when you put the top tier on, it doesn't all kind of collapse and go over the floor because people don't want cake on the floor.
Oh no!
That is true.
Okay, so the best thing about my job is getting it right for the customers and actually seeing their face when they come to pick up something that they've asked me to create. Hopefully, most of the time, it's actually even better than they imagined it could be. And for me, I love that. That's the best thing ever. I had a very interesting conversation with Jesus one day, and he told me that I needed to take Jesus to people with cake, which sounds a bit strange, but it means that I have to go and bless people and share Jesus in whatever way I can with my customers, with those around me, and using my cake as a method of doing that. So you've seen how I've done that cake there, and so now I'm going to show you some simple ways to get started on something much smaller, because I didn't start with big ones like that. I started with smaller things like this. So I'm going to show you quickly how to decorate the top of a cupcake. I've got my cupcakes here. They've already got some icing on it. Don't worry if you can't do that, but if you have got some icing you can put on top of a cupcake, great. You don't have to make it swirly and posh. You can just use like an ordinary knife or a spoon, flop it on, give it a good swirl. And then you've got something to stick your decorations to. So I'm going to talk to you about making a little rainbow. I'm going to make a bug, ladybug, and I'm going to make a little rose as well for some of you. So you've seen the flowers. I use fresh flowers, but you can actually start by making a little flower yourself. So if I start off with the rainbow, because that's my absolute favourite, I'm just going to pick 3 colours. I know that rainbows have more colours, but for today, I'm just going to pick a couple of colours. So I'm going to start off with an orange, and a bit of blue and a purple. So with each of these colours, you won't need very much because it's only to go on top of a cupcake. And all you need to do is very simply just roll out a little sausage with each. Okay, so you just check it against the other one and then roll out your last one. And then squish those together, and then I am just putting them in that order. I'm just going to bend them over. Just like that. And they should, if your icing is behaving itself, they will actually stick together a little bit. Then you can use, I use this little tool to just cut the ends, but you can use just a normal dinner knife, or you can just leave them, just squidge them up however you want to do it. It doesn't actually have to be perfect. So you can then pick up your little rainbow, be very delicate with it because it will be wonky if you're not, and then you can just pop it on top of your cupcake and you have a little cupcake done. Right, the next thing I am going to show you is, I'm going to show you how to do a little flower. Now you need to take your main colour, so I'm going to use yellow as my main colour. You need to break it into 3 pieces. So you have 1 ball like that, and then 2 slightly longer pieces like this. And then you squidge each one down, trying to keep the edges quite smooth. Now this round one here, that's going to be the middle of your flower. It's going to come out a bit like a rose, and then these 2 are going to be like our outer petals. So you pick this one up and you slowly roll it in like that, and that will be the center of your flower. Okay, you then get one of these, and I like to pinch the edges of mine to make sure that you get like a nice thin edge, because that looks a bit more like a petal. And then you wrap it round like this. There we go. Okay, and then you get your other one. Again, I would choose the smoothest edge, give it a bit of a pinch, make it nice and smooth. And then, oh, squidging this a bit today. There we go, it goes around like that. And then, hopefully, you can see, just filling it out slightly, it does start to look a little bit like a flower. You then pinch extra bits off the bottom and you can pop it on there. You just got a little bit of green. I mean, you can use any colour for your leaf if you want, it doesn't have to be green. I'm just going to roll it into a ball, and I'm going to make it into like a teardrop shape like that. And I'm going to push it flat. Now I've got my little tool again. Again, you can use a little knife if you want. You can put just a little line, don't cut all the way through. Put a little line in there, pinch it up, and then you just pop that next to your flower. And you have your little flower with a leaf. Okay, that's another good start for you. So here, I'm going to show you how to make a ladybug. Now mine is blue because my red icing didn't want to work. So I went, okay, we'll have a blue one. Now you roll it into a nice smooth ball, okay? You just squish him down slightly, like that, okay? And then you make it slightly thinner. If you have something that can mark onto your icing, great. Don't worry if you haven't. Cocktail sticks are very useful. Knives are useful again. But I'm just going to use this tool and I'm just going to show you. I am just going to make him have like 2 little wings, like that wing case bits. So just roll this into a little ball and then you flatten it slightly. Okay, now you can technically, if the icing's working, stick that straight on. If it isn't, add a little bit of water. Now I'm going to get the end of my paintbrush. You can use a pen or anything like that that's clean, and you can just dab to make 2 little eyes like that. And then if you wanted to, you could actually put a little smile on there as well if you just mark it very, very carefully. And pop the little ladybug down. Then I am just going to get a couple of dots on him. But you can use a tiny bit of water if you just need to attach stuff. So I'm going to put 3 blobs on my ladybird, so he has got something to attach the little balls to. So you have to make them as small as you possibly can. And match him on the other side. Okay. I'm going to try and make 2 smaller ones. Try and keep them equal. Do an uneven ladybug. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to put a really little one at the back there. So there we go. Our ladybug has got spots on. And so he can now just go and sit on top of a cupcake just there. So I love the fact that God's given us all loads of different gifts, and each one of us is completely unique with the gifts that He's given us. So I have the gifting of making cake, and I absolutely love my gifting, and I love that I get to get better at it and improve it, and just really pour everything into doing that. But God will have given you a different gift, and He will have given you something creative that you can do, and you need to focus on that. So you are going to have a gifting that means you can do something that I can't do, and that's what makes the world such an amazing place.
So team, your task is to make the most amazing cake stand filled with all kinds of cupcakes decorated to your heart's content. But You've got to create these beauties together. That's right, Nathan, together! Remember to use these tips you've learned from the wonderful Joe at Secret Cinderella Cakes. Have fun with it. Are you ready? Go! Wow, team, look at your incredible creations. Now we can't sit down and eat all of those by ourselves, can we?
I know. Why don't we raise money by selling them to the neighborhood?
Wow, sure thing, Nate. That's a great idea. You see, your creations have created a new opportunity. Well done, team. Using that spark. I'm proud of all of you. And for all of you guys at home watching, I encourage you this week to share a bit of that creativity with a friend or a bunch of friends. See what you can create together. Have fun, and we can't wait to hear what you guys gotten up to next week. But for now, I think it's time we sold those cakes.
Bye.